Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your bonus reading. We are going to do a What You Don't See Coming reading. And you have this Sacred Reverence card and this It Is What It Is card as well. The Sacred Reverence card is about like valuing your heart, like what your heart is telling you to do. The Is What It Is card, I don't know. I feel it's the time that we're in, that we are in this time of like acceptance or whatever you want to call it. And, it's like, I get this feeling of you releasing control here. So it's almost like if you've been trying to force something to happen, you're not. I feel you're kind of just letting things fall into place. This is probably a good thing, is what I would say, because letting things fall into place is usually when things happen. It's like anytime I try to make something happen, it never happens, right? But if I just like let it go and it is what it is, right? Then things usually fall into place. So, I feel that could be a good thing for you. You start with the Three of Cups. Three of Cups can represent a celebration or community. I feel like this always comes up for you recently, Capricorn, that it would be probably just a good time just for like emotional support to spend time with people who matter to you. And so I think it would be a good time for you to socialize and get support. I always look at the threes, like mostly the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, as focusing on those concentrated relationships. Like I'm talking about like really spending most of your time with the people who really, really support you, not just kind of, right? And so I think it would be a good time for you to, spend more time with the people who really matter. The Three of Cups is celebrating a harvest as well. And, there definitely could be some sort of harvest coming in for you. You have the Hermit as your crossing energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in the Celtic cross. It's obvious to me that you need to get out of hermit mode. And, you have the Three of Cups with the Hermit, which is like saying that you're being a hermit. So I feel that it might be time to get out of the house, to put on some pants, to go have fun. All those things would be a good idea with the Hermit, and to shine your light. People don't know who you are if you just stay in your cave, right? So I feel it would be a good time to do that. I feel it's like time for Capricorn to step into the light just in general. Like if you want to get attention in general, like outside of friendship and things like that, I think this would be saying that you need to shine your light. You need to get attention on the things that you're good at so that you can be successful. And that's what I would do there. Next, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Five of Pentacles. I'm pretty sure you had the Five of Pentacles recently with me in a reading, and I was saying, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it's almost like I'm hearing you say I can't, or I'm not good enough, or something like that, And so the Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. You need to focus on your strengths. It's really interesting to me here, Capricorn, that kind of what's like popping into my head is like all the reasons you think that something wouldn't work are exactly why it would, right? Or this could be in any area of your life. It's like if it's love, for example, it's like all the reasons you think someone wouldn't like you is exactly why they would. Same thing in work or business. It's like all the reasons you think that your business wouldn't be successful are exactly why it would be successful. And so I feel, if this did come up in your last reading, I can't remember, I'm pretty sure it was you, then I would definitely work on your mindset or how you are thinking about your capabilities, because you're clearly much more capable than you realize. I think you're just it's Pluto and Capricorn. We'll just blame it again, right? I feel like you are too used to things not working out. So I feel you need to get out of your head and like really realize how powerful you are. But the best way to do that is to start developing confidence. And I would start taking those little steps to make that happen with the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is coming up in the area of what's on your mind. And Five of Pentacles is absolutely a mindset card. Their mindset is a mindset of poverty on the Five of Pentacles. So I'm not saying that you have a poverty mindset. It might not have anything to do with money, but I do feel you need to develop that abundance mindset in all areas of your life. In the area of your foundation, you have the Ace of Swords. A pretty good card to have in the foundation. This is like a new foundation of truth. I would say that we are in a time of truth, and literally because Pluto has moved into Aquarius. That's like one of the reasons. We also have Neptune will be leaving Pisces this year. Neptune in Pisces is extremely delusional and is also just kind of like illusions. And at the end, we are experiencing the breaking of the illusion. I've been talking about this since 2016. So there are definitely a lot of truths being revealed here. But I also feel that there could be a victory coming in for you. You know, the Ace of Swords is like a victory or a big win. And, you know, it could be the truth coming out. So there, you know, the victory could be that you are getting to like the truth of the matter is kind of what's popping into my head there. Next, in your past position, you have this Unlocking Solutions card. It says, through compromise, you will create the successful outcome you were hoping for. You have this Crow Spirit. It says, you'll soon be receiving news that will bring some blessed experiences into your life. That is very positive. You know, I do have a story popping into my head here, though, Capricorn. Like, if you were in a connection in the past where you were trying to create balance, it's like, I feel like you've learned a very specific lesson. Let me start over. It literally just popped into my head as I was saying that. I feel like you have learned a very specific lesson. It's like you cannot make someone be ready for you or right for you. You know, it's like I feel like you've learned the lesson that it's like people who are right for you, they're just gonna be right, you know, in the first place. Like there's nothing that you have to change or work on or any of that stuff. You know, like I feel like you are very much more outcome focused. And this is not just even in love, you know. I feel like instead of just entering into things that aren't ready for you, I feel like you are finding the situations, the experiences, the people, the places, the things that match you right now, you know. So I don't know, very specific message, but that's what I get. I like it. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about needing to be bold, assertive, confident. I feel like this is an energy that you're trying to get back to, especially with that Five of Pentacles. So it's like maybe you felt in the past that you were more confident or whatever. But again, that's definitely what I would be working on if I were you, Capricorn, is developing your confidence, working on your inner voice, how you talk to yourself, the things that you believe. You know, I would be working on all of that. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have the Solitude card and this Embracing card. You could be embracing your solitude or being alone. And I kind of feel like you wiggle back and forth here, Capricorn. Some of you, I feel you kind of like enjoy being in solitude sometimes, but then I think maybe some of you have moments where you're like, it would be nice to socialize, or it would be nice to have a person, or it'd be nice to do this, that, or the other thing. And so I don't know, I get more of a wiggle here, Capricorn, energetically. It's like you're going back and forth between the two energies. I don't think it's a bad thing. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about taking the lead and needing to have new experiences. He is standing at the top of his castle, and I always say, like, the story of the Two of Wands, like, yeah, Two of Wands is a good card, but, you know, the story of the card is that he rushed to a finish line, he built this castle, and now he's not enjoying life anymore. He feels like he knows everything. He feels like he's done everything that he possibly can do, and so he kind of is disappointed because he didn't enjoy the journey. And so the Two of Wands really is a card of enjoying the journey. It's not really a card of progress. It is a card of progress and foresight, but it's also not. Because what he really needs to learn from this card is that he should have enjoyed the journey, but he also needs to see that he has a whole world in his hands. He's just looking out here, off into the distance and what's in front of him, but he's not looking at all the possibilities that exist with that world in his hands. So I feel that it would be a good time for you to, like, realize that there are many, many opportunities for how you can live your life, the world that you can create. And the solution here is to go have new experiences for the Two of Wands. Like, he needs to go out into the world and just try new things, literally. Like, maybe he needs to take a dancing class or something like that. So I would definitely encourage you to do new things at this time. You have this Financial Freedom card. It says, when you are financially free, your lack of money no longer defines limitations in your life. You have this Envy card. It says, focusing on what others have is draining your energy. Yeah, it's like very similar to Pisces reading in some ways. Like, I always feel that I am always saying to Pisces that it's like their life is not going to be like anyone else's. That's how I feel for you. It's like what you are comparing yourself to, if you are comparing yourself to something, is not, it's like your life is going to be uncomparable if you kind of go on these adventures, if you start expanding and learning new things, and if you put yourself out there. So it's like what you are comparing yourself to is probably less than what you can accomplish. So it's like you're comparing yourself to inferior situations. Maybe that's the way to put it. And so I feel that this is saying like, hey, there's a lot of goodness that could come in for you, but you have to work on your Five of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Cups in the area of the next few months. So there is a little bit of love here, and it definitely could be like a new love connection coming in for you over the next few months. So that looks good. The Ace of Cups can also represent getting into the flow. So the Ace of Cups can easily reach down into this water and it can fill itself back up. And the Ace of Cups is all about things that are self-fulfilling. So I feel that doing more of the things in your life that you really enjoy doing would be very beneficial with the Ace of Cups. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. It's keeping yourself stuck, needing to open yourself up, needing to put yourself out there. So I would definitely do all those things with the Eight of Swords, too many swords cards now. And I feel that opening up will help you the most. And again, this is like not socializing, not putting yourself out there, just like we already said. So I definitely feel it's time for you to kind of like come out of isolation. The Eight of Swords can also say, like, if you do want love, the Eight of Swords can say that you need to realize there are many ways that love can turn out in your life. Like, love does not always have to go the same way, and you need to open up to that. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Two of Cups. I feel like you get the Two of Cups with me a lot. So, again, if you're looking for love, definitely could be a very strong connection. Two of Cups is usually different than your usual type, or there's something different. I kind of feel like this is something that's going to be like better than expected. So, I feel there are things that you don't see. Like, let's say you're interested in a person right now, Capricorn. It's like, I feel like there's a lot more to the story here. It's like there's more than meets the eye with this person. So it's like, again, we were talking about earlier how it's like something is uncomparable. It's like you can't compare the situation to anything else. It could be a love situation where it's like maybe you think that if you are interested in a person right now, it's like maybe you think they're good, but I feel like maybe you don't realize how good. So I would go for it. The other thing about the Two of Cups is that the Two of Cups can represent you in your higher self. So I look at it as a card of needing to communicate with your higher self. And I would definitely, carve out time to meditate, tap into your higher self, things like that. Your outcome is the Five of Cups. Yes, I feel like you need to see that there's something much better coming in for you. He's grieving the loss of his taste for wine. So he once enjoyed wine, but he doesn't any longer. But if he were to turn around, he would see these two cups, and then he would get this bridge and this castle. So he's sad because his life isn't the same as it used to be, but he needs to realize that life changes. Things get better over time. And, again, I feel that's kind of like saying, don't compare your situation now to what you used to enjoy, right? It's like you're meant to grow and have new experiences, and I feel that's what the whole reading kind of like wants you to do. So let's see. With the Three of Cups and the Hermit, you have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is pretty good. I feel that, definitely a financial focus for you, Capricorn. I think that you will be financially focused for many years into the future, based off of Pluto having been in your sign. So a lot of you, I feel, are just trying to create financial freedom. I mean, you literally have that card that says financial freedom on it. So the King of Pentacles is about having a solid financial foundation, and, that's what you could be creating. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. Like, is it worth it to invest in the negative thoughts? No, definitely not. I tried it for many years. Didn't work out too well, I'll tell you that much, right? And so, yeah, I didn't, success didn't really enter into my life until I started my delusional positive thinking, right? Toxic positivity. So once I started that, things got a lot better. So you can say what you want, but, thoughts are free. So I would encourage you to definitely focus on the positive, right? Seven of Pentacles also says, is the juice worth the squeeze? So is your current situation worth it, or do you want something better or different? And I don't know. I can't answer that question, so think about it. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. Ace of Swords is a laser-like focus. It is like really focusing in on making one thing happen. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It represents believing something so deeply that there is no other way than for you to be successful. So again, this reading is all about your beliefs. So this reading is a bonus reading. It's meant to represent what you don't see coming. To be quite honest with you, I don't think there's anything that you don't see coming other than, what I feel like maybe your reading should be titled "What You Need to See" or something like that, because it's like there's nothing. I don't really feel there's anything that you don't see coming here. Maybe like if someone's interested in you, I could see based off the reading how that would be a little bit surprising, or like you're surprised because who the hell knows why. But so that could be a little surprising. But for the most part, I feel this reading is a mindset reading. It's like saying that you need to develop the belief that something can work out for you. And if you do, and if you believe it so deeply that there is no other way, then you will be successful. With the King of Wands, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you clearly have the vision, right? Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. Now, I always say we don't just get the Ten of Pentacles, and as a matter of fact, the Ten of Pentacles is something we work on forever. It's not something that we just stop, right? And so the Ten of Pentacles is building, leaving a legacy, which you will do for the rest of your life. And I feel here that this is saying you have a vision, or you have an idea of what your dream life would look like, but it's like there are missing pieces. Like intuitively here, Capricorn, I feel that there are missing pieces to the puzzle, and this is not a bad thing. The whole point of life is to put the puzzle together. That's the whole freaking point. So I just feel like this reading is saying, let me also say this. I feel like what's popping into my head is I'm running out of time. So I feel like you need to realize that you have not run out of time, and also you need to get started at the same time. With the Two of Wands, what do you know? You have the Page of Wands. Everything you want is going to come in through following your enthusiasm and going on adventures, which is pretty much what the Two of Wands says. He has to adventure out into the world. It's like you're not going to find what you need where you are. Now, that doesn't mean you have to travel. It means that, we can go on adventures by learning, by educating ourselves, by taking classes, by just not repeating the same thing over and over and over again, right? And so I feel for a lot of you, it's definitely an adventurous time, or a time where you should be adventurous. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Two of Wands. You could be finding love at a distance here, or, outside your comfort zone in some way. I think in life that probably our best love comes outside of, or good love at least, comes from outside of our comfort zone. I think that as humans, we have a habit of picking the same type of person, and we probably meet most of the people we've been with the same way. We pick them up at the bar, we pick them up at the store, the old folks' home, I don't know, whatever you people are into, doesn't matter. We meet people how we meet them, right? And so this is saying doing it a different way would be a good idea. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Two of Swords. Open your eyes here, Capricorn. Yes, I feel that, definitely a little bit of a stuck energy here. It's actually a pretty good reading because there's like so much potential. I really feel that you have a lot of potential, Capricorn. I feel like you just have to take the blindfold off. It's almost like you need to see something. I also get a little bit of like, this is a decision. I feel like you are agonizing over a decision. It's like if you would just make the decision, you would get past the agony. And there you go. I don't know what else to say there. With the Two of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. I have the words like, this is how you settle or something. I don't know. I got a weird message on this card as well. I feel like it's saying that you need to not settle in connections. So it's like maybe you have been settling, and now it's time for you to, be willing to be alone if you can't find what you want, right? And so I kind of just get this energy of not settling on the Eight of Cups. With the Five of Cups, you have the Emperor. I mean, you could be attracting an Emperor or an Empress, whatever you're into your life. The Emperor is also about taking action. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to take action on the things that you're trying to create. And, that's what I would do here. You have this Parrot card. It says, someone will gossip about you and all your secrets. Mars retrograde. Everybody gets these cards during Mars retrograde, so I would just ignore it if people are talking about you. It's free attention. I feel like you've had that card with me recently, if I'm not mistaken. You have this Bell card. It says announcement on it. I do feel like there could be good news coming in for you, so that's pretty good. You have this February card. We are in the month of February, and you have this Wreath card. It says sorrow over a loss. I kind of feel like this is, again, the energy of like the way things used to be. Five of Pentacles, like thinking Like I used to be able to, I think a lot, let me put it this way. I think a lot of Capricorns could be thinking, I used to be able to do this work and it used to make me this much money. And I feel that for Capricorn, the challenge is you've been through a challenging time. When we go through a challenging time, it's like we try to maintain the status quo. And so we get into this comfort zone where it's like if we're making money, for example, during a difficult period of time, we really fight to try to maintain that level because we're afraid of losing everything, basically, right? And I feel like the universe is saying, we're no longer in that time. It's time for you to explore and take bigger risks and let go of the past losses so that you can grow and expand. And that's what I would do. You have this bear card. It says danger, especially in money matters. I would keep an eye on your finances. I think everybody should do this. So there you go. You have this bow card. It says you are highly thought of. Yeah, a lot of attention could be coming in for you here, Capricorn. So that looks good as well. But this looks pretty good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.